Hello children, in the previous session we saw symmetry of different shapes. Let us continue with symmetry. So here we are going to look at symmetry of parallelograms. So parallelograms are shapes with four sides, or parallelograms are quadrilaterals with opposite pair of sides parallel to each other. So two sides opposite pair of sides parallel ആയിട്ടുള്ള quadrilateralsനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ parallelogram എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. A parallelogram is characterized as a four-sided polygon with two pairs of parallel sides. Now, which of these polygons have diagonal lines of symmetry? So, let us see ഇതിന് diagonal lines of symmetry ഉണ്ടോ എന്ന് നോക്കാം. അപ്പോൾ ആദ്യം diagonal lines വരയ്ക്കാം. These are the diagonal lines. So, look at these pictures closely. Line of symmetry no anale, if we fold across this line, if it sits exactly on the other, it is symmetrical. ningalonna aalochichu nokku idu ee line il across aayittu fold ചെയ്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ correct ആയിട്ട് ഇവിടെ ഇരിക്കോ എന്നുള്ളത്? No, അല്ലേ? This will not fold. Similarly, ഈ ലൈനിനെ across ആയിട്ട് fold ചെയ്ത് നോക്കൂ, അങ്ങനെയുള്ള parallelograms sit ചെയ്യില്ല, അല്ലേ? But we know a square has diagonal lines of symmetry. So if we fold across the square, square ന്റെ diagonals across fold ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇത് symmetrical ആയിരിക്കും. Now how about this? This is not symmetrical across the lines of diagonals നോക്കി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ diagonals symmetrical അല്ല ഇത്. Now look at this picture. ഇത് fold ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇരിക്കുമോ അത്? Yes, this will sit exactly. അപ്പോൾ ഇതിന് ഈ diagonal symmetry ഉണ്ട്. How about this diagonal? You can see two diagonals, അല്ലേ? ഇങ്ങനെയും ഒരു diagonal ഉണ്ട്, ഇങ്ങനെയും ഒരു diagonal ഉണ്ട്. ഈ diagonalനെ cross ചെയ്ത് fold ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ line of symmetry ഉണ്ടോ? Yes, it is symmetrical. ഈ ലൈൻ ഓഫ് സിമെട്രിയിൽ സിമെട്രിക്കൽ ആണ്, ഇതിലും സിമെട്രിക്കൽ ആണ്. ഹൗ അബൌട്ട് ദിസ്? ദിസ് ഇസ് നോട്ട് സിമെട്രിക്കൽ, ദിസ് ഇസ് സിമെട്രിക്കൽ. സോ this is not symmetrical. Picture A is not symmetrical. Picture B is symmetrical. C is not symmetrical. D is symmetrical. E is not. F is symmetrical. Now look at these shapes. Symmetrical ആണ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ shapes നോക്കൂ. എന്തെങ്കിലും പ്രത്യേകത തോന്നുന്നുണ്ടോ? Do you find any similarity between these pictures? You can see the sides of these pictures are all of the same size. എല്ലാത്തിൻ്റെയും ഈ 4 ലെങ്ത്തും ഈക്വൽ ആണ്. റെഗുലർ പോളിഗൺസ് ആണ്, അതിന് പറയുന്നത് റെഗുലർ പോളിഗൺസ് ആണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഇതിൻ്റെ 4 സൈഡ്സും ഈക്വൽ ആണ്. അപ്പോൾ 4 സൈഡ്സും ഈക്വൽ ആണ് എന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അങ്ങനെയുള്ള പോളിഗൺസ് ആർ സിമെട്രിക്കൽ അക്രോസ് ദ ഡയഗണൽസ്. So the parallelograms that have line of symmetry have a special property. Measure the length of the sides of the parallelogram to find out the special property. So the special property is they have same length in the sides same ആണ്. Now all these shapes have 4 sides. Do they have the same number of lines of symmetry? We know a rectangle has vertical symmetry and horizontal symmetry and diagonally symmetrical alla. Square in a vertical symmetry and horizontal symmetry and it is symmetrical across the diagonals as well. ഇവിടെ വന്നാലോ ഇതിന് horizontal symmetry ഇല്ല, vertical symmetry ഇല്ല, diagonally symmetrical അല്ല. അല്ലേ? It has neither horizontal symmetry, vertical symmetry ഇല്ല, horizontal symmetry ഇല്ല, diagonally ഈ parallelogram symmetrical അല്ല. Now, when you look at a trapezium, if the trapezium is an isosceles trapezium, I don't know if you remember the term isosceles trapezium. Parallel, we know a trapezium is a 4-sided figure with one pair of sides parallel. Parallel allata sides in the length equal ആണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ isosceles trapezium എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. So isosceles trapezium will have one line of symmetry. It will have one line of symmetry. Vertical symmetry ഉണ്ട്. It is not horizontally symmetrical nor is it symmetrical across the diagonals. So this has one line of symmetry. Now coming to this, this has no vertical symmetry. Idine horizontal symmetry illa. This is not diagonally symmetrical. Le rendu idilum symmetrical illa. So this has 2 lines of symmetry. 1, 4, and these 2 pictures have no lines of symmetry. Le. So do they have the same number of lines of symmetry? No. Which shape has the fewest line of symmetry? Parallelogram, this parallelogram as well as this quadrilateral are have no lines of symmetry, so they have the fewest lines of symmetry. Which shape has the most line of symmetry? You can see that a square has the most line of symmetry. So I hope this is clear. Now investigate the number of lines of symmetry in regular polygons. Closed figures with 3 or more straight sides ഇനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ polygons എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. If the length of all sides are equal, then it is called a regular polygon. If the length of all sides are equal, then it is called a regular polygon. A polygon with all sides equal are called a regular polygon. Triangle നോക്കി കഴിഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ equilateral triangleനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ regular എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, wherein all 3 sides are equal. You can see this is one line of symmetry. This is the second line of symmetry. This is third line of symmetry. Difference this is the third line of symmetry. So a triangle has 3 lines of symmetry. Now square, we saw a little while ago that square has 4 lines of symmetry. Square na 4 lines of symmetry. Now look at the pentagon. This is one line of symmetry. This is the second line of symmetry. This is the third line of symmetry. Fourth line of symmetry. Fifth line of symmetry. അതായത് പെൻഡഗണിന്റെ വേർട്ടെക്സ് എന്ന് അതിന്റെ ഓപ്പോസിറ്റ് സൈഡിന്റെ മിഡിലേക്ക് നമ്മൾ ലൈൻ വരയ്ക്കുകയാണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് സിമെട്രിക്കൽ. ഇതാണ് pentagon. These are the vertices of the pentagon. These are the vertices of the pentagon. അപ്പോൾ പെൻറ്റഗണിന്റെ വേർട്ടെക്സ് എന്ന ഓപ്പോസിറ്റ് സൈഡിന്റെ മിഡിലേക്ക് when we draw a line, this will divide the pentagon into 2 equal parts and one part will be the mirror image of the other. So pentagon, for a regular pentagon, I'm not talking about any other pentagons, I'm talking about regular pentagons. But e vertex na ingotu varichala, that is line of symmetry. From here, if you draw like this, it is another line of symmetry. Then ividana ingotu varichu, similarly ividana ingotu. So how many lines of symmetry? From each vertex to the opposite side. Pentagon etra vertices unda? 5 vertices. So, എത്ര lines of symmetry ഉണ്ട്? 5 lines of symmetry. Now, ഇവിടെ നോക്കി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ this is one line of symmetry. This is another line of symmetry. This is third line of symmetry. അത് മാത്രമല്ല ഉള്ളൂ, മിഡിലേക്ക് വരച്ചാൽ symmetrical ആണ്. So, a hexagon has 6 lines of symmetry. A hexagon has 6 lines of symmetry. So, by now you would have understood എത്ര lines of symmetry ഉണ്ട് എന്നുള്ളത്. So, a shape with 7 sides will have 7 lines of symmetry. Shape with 7 sides is called a heptagon. A heptagon has 7 lines of symmetry. Octagon has 8 lines of symmetry. Nonagon has 9 lines of symmetry, and decagon has 10 lines of symmetry. So try drawing the symmetry for 7, 8, 9 and 10 sided figures, and I hope line of symmetry is clear to all of you. With that, I'll conclude my today's session, children. Please watch the video, and in case if you have any doubts, please do post it in the stream. That's all for today. Thank you and take care.